Welcome, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the new animated Netflix film, Extinct. Ope and Ed accidentally time travel from the Galapagos Islands in 1835 to present-day Shanghai. They make their way through the city in confusion and make the horrifying discovery that the species to which they belong become extinct shortly after. This has a pretty solid voice cast with Adam Devine, Rachel Bloom, Richard Kind, Ken Jeong, Zazie Beetz. Pretty decent voice acting within here. This is about a group of animals called the Flummels that look like rats, but they're shaped like donuts. But two of them, Ope and Ed, brother and sisters, discover this plant that is able to have them time travel. And they go to present day and learn that their kind, their species, is now extinct. So they go on this time travel journey with other animals that are extinct to make sure that their species does not go extinct. This movie really has similar storylines to other movies I have seen before. Very similar to, parts of Penguins of Madagascar. It's very safe. The plot within here never really dives deep into the content and the characters. It's one of those animated films that Netflix happens to grab control over, release it, and it's just a very safe animated film. It's more geared towards just being enjoyable for the kids and having it just be on and having some adorable animation and calling it good. And there's nothing really wrong with that. I found some enjoyable movies along the way that are very similar to this, that just have a really simple premise with adorable animation and a pretty solid voice cast. This movie reminds me of several other films I have seen, like maybe like Animal Crackers. Just a pretty simple film. What makes this film quite enjoyable to watch is the brother-sister relationship between Ope and Ed, voiced by Rachel Bloom and Adam Devine. There is some development for their relationship. You kind of understand where things are going to go. You're going to have that classic conflict between the two that really challenged them, but I really like their growth and watching them try to stop their species from being extinct does provide a little bit of a sense of urgency to the film. But I really like the voice cast in here and the voice acting as well. The Ken Jeong, who just happens to be in like everything nowadays, voices this little dog named Clarence, and he's pretty fun as well. Zazie Beetz is really good. Richard Kind is great. I don't have any issues with the voice acting at all, but really the ones that stood out for me were Adam Devine and Rachel Bloom. The arguing and the protection of the two, I felt that relationship throughout the film. And there is some pretty fun time travel moments within here. At times, it seems to go on just for a little bit too long, where we have where they're visiting one time period and a different time period. It's just going back and forth, and some of it's very, very brief, and some of it takes a little time out of the film. There were some twists and turns to the movie, to my surprise. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of the end of Penguins of Madagascar, if you have seen that film. Very reminiscent of that movie. But the end really took its time to flesh out certain minor characters within the movie, even though the ending seemed to kind of be a little bit abrupt and fastly paced. I was surprised with how they were able to manage, some of the development for some of the minor characters we got within the movie. Now, this movie is really geared towards a younger audience with the animation, the quick scenes, the funny voice cast within here. But there was some humor that I will admit I did chuckle at. I didn't, sit there and laugh constantly throughout the film, but I did chuckle here and there. Really, Extinct is just not a terrible film. I didn't hate myself for watching it. I didn't, argue putting the film on. My daughter enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching it with her. Just an easy one-time watch with a very simple plot. These two creatures look like donuts. I don't know why. They don't want to be extinct. That's really about it. And there's some time travel involved as well. That does provide for some fun moments, even if it does become a little bit repetitive. So overall, this film, like I said, not terrible. The animation definitely does work. It's not top tier animation, but hey, people worked on it. So I couldn't do it. Gotta give them props. So before I give you my score for Extinct, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Extinct a C+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Extinct, the new Netflix animated film. Have you guys seen it? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.